Hi guys, 18Dap here and welcome to the latest match preview. It's for a Friday night fixture, rearranged due to Liverpool versus Everton on Saturday. It is Tranmere Rovers against Doncaster Rovers in League 2. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to the latest matchday preview. This one has completely thrown my week. Normally I'm doing previews a day later for a Saturday fixture, but Friday night under the lights on the Wirral, it's Tranmere Rovers against Doncaster Rovers in League 2. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel and sticking with it. Really appreciate the support you give me. If this video has brought you to the channel and you've not yet subscribed, please consider clicking that button for future content so you don't miss out. It is greatly appreciated if you do join the footballing family and the community that we are growing here. If you are new to the channel, this is a format that will go through match previews, look at the previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I say a few words about a Doncaster Rovers player and then I choose my opponent's one to watch. So I've had a look at the Tranmere Rovers team and I picked a player that I think we should be watching out for in tomorrow night's fixture. But obviously, you know your club much better than what I do, so if you think it should be somebody else, get them in the comments down below. And then we've got three predictions to round the video off. The predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, predictions league table that me and the family do, and then the all-important score prediction to finish the video off. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Tranmere and Donny have faced off a total of 78 times in our history. Donny Rovers, I will mix that up so many times. Donny Rovers winning 38 of the 78 meetings. We've shared the spoils on 20 and Tranmere Rovers have won 20 themselves. Drilling down into the more recent 5 fixtures, we go back to the 2012-13 season in League 1 and it was a double win for Donny, a 2-1 win away from home. That would be fantastic tomorrow night, and a 1-0 home win as well. And then we jump forward to the 2020 season, 2020-2021 in League 1. We only managed to play one game before that season was curtailed, and it was a 3-0 victory at Prenton Park. That would be even better tomorrow night. And then last season we shared the spoils, so it was an away defeat for Donny, 3-0. We don't want to be seeing that tomorrow night. Tranmere fans, you will be wanting to see that tomorrow night. And then a 2-0 win for Doncaster in the reverse fixture later that season. So more recent history, Rovers have got the edge with 4 wins and only 1 defeat. So yeah, it's looking good for us Rovers fans, but that 1 defeat in there, that 3-0, was at Prenton Park, so it's a tough old place to go. Current form, fairly inconsistent for both teams coming into this one. Doncaster with a defeat, a win, 2 defeats, and then a decent win last time out. Tranmere on the other hand, a defeat, a win, a draw, and then 2 defeats coming into this one. So it's tough to tell. We can't really say who's going to come into this one with a bit more confidence than the other. Possibly Donny with that win in the last fixture. And that last fixture, it was a very good display and a great result on my stag do, so it was a great start to the stag do, which continued late into the night. So that's why there was no match day vlog for the Sutton game. Gutted that I didn't capture the celebrations from that 4-1 win, but yeah, it was a decent day and a decent night. So home comforts are certainly a thing at the moment for Doncaster. Away form does need to improve so we can gather a bit of momentum, start getting a bit of a run together. I think injuries, they're a real problem for us at the minute. We went into the Sutton game with 14 injuries. A couple of players came off injured in that game as well, so it could be up to 16. So it is very concerning at the minute because we're coming into a congested part of the season. Obviously we've got November to get through, but then when you get into December, it's just absolute thick and fast coming up in and around Christmas. So hopefully players are coming back and they're fit and ready to help this current squad out, because I think we're asking a lot of them and they're delivering at the minute, but it's just how long they can continue to deliver the performances that they are. As I mentioned, we thumped Sutton 4-1, but for me that should give the players confidence, but at the same time I don't think we should be getting carried away with that result. I don't think it should be overlooked that, in my opinion, we didn't really get out of second or third gear. I think tomorrow night at Tranmere is going to be a much tougher test. Obviously the away form is questionable for Doncaster at the minute. Hopefully we can put that to bed with a decent win tomorrow night. But yeah, Sutton didn't look great, but we looked decent, and as I say, don't think we got out of second or third gear. It could just be that we played that well, that we made Sutton look that bad. I think tomorrow night will be a really good benchmark to see if we have turned that corner and we are progressing. Tranmere, on the other hand, a tough start for them in League Two. It's season sitting 21st, only outside of the bottom two on goal difference. I think there's one goal in it. They're on -7. I think Forest Green and Colchester are on -8 below them. Sutton obviously footing the table. But yeah, 3 wins and a draw in their opening 13. That's not really what they expected, or I don't think it's what the club or the fan base, an expectant fan base, will have expected from Tranmere this season. So they'll want to get results rolling as soon as possible, and I think they'll look at this one, a home fixture against a team that's not started particularly well on paper as well. Results don't lie. I think they'll be looking at this one and hoping for 3 points at home, but I think we're a decent team, Doncaster, at the minute, so I think the pressure's probably more on them going into tomorrow night's fixture than us. But they'll be wanting to get that win on the board to try and get a bit of space between them and the bottom two. Similar to Donny, I think Tranmere have been a little inconsistent, and they just need to get rid of that inconsistency if they're going to start climbing the table. 2 wins, 2 defeats and a draw in the last 5 league games just kind of shows how hit and miss they have been, just like us this season. But hopefully we turn a corner, and hopefully Tranmere turn that corner after tomorrow night. On to player profile for this one, I've gone with Tommy Rowe, 35-year-old left midfielder for Donny, and he could probably be classed as one of Doncaster's veteran players. I think he's got a key role this season, both on and off the pitch. Grant McCann's playing him much higher up, and I think he's a lot more. I think he has more of an impact the higher up the pitch he is. He was played at left back last season, and he just didn't grab any game enough for me last season, and question marks kind of went over him as have his legs gone, which I think is a really lazy way of looking at a player as soon as they get over 30 years old at the minute. But for me, I think Tommy still has ability to grab a game by the scruff of the neck at this level for sure. It looked like a bad injury on Saturday against Sutton. He's kind of clashed with Harry Smith, who is a tank of a man, and Tommy came off worse, and it looked like he was holding his shoulder, but hopefully that's nothing too major, and he's back playing tomorrow night, because I think the lessons that he can deliver both on and off the pitch, kind of guiding young players through a game, or even the lessons kind of on the training ground, I think he's got a massive vital role to play within the club this season. Moving on to the opponent's one to watch. So for this one, I've gone with Connor Jennings, 31 years old, centre forward. He's been involved in the most goals for Tranmere this season. I think he's scored 3, set 2 up, so 5 goals overall contributions so far. But I think his stats speak for themselves. A very experienced striker, 417 games, 95 goals, 49 assists. He's one of those that, if he's not scoring, he's setting goals up. So I think we really need to keep an eye on him tomorrow night. I think if we close him out, as if he's playing, we don't know if he will be or not. But I think if we close him out, he's the one that I think could really find the back of the net, or find that pass to somebody to slot it in. So I think nullify him, and we've got a really good chance of coming away from Prenton Park with, if not 1 point, all 3. So yeah, I'm going with Connor Jennings as the one to watch. I think Oluwu, Anderson, whoever's in the back 3, back 4, whatever we set up as, I think they'll have a long evening against a striker that's very, very clever on and off the ball. On to my predicted team lineup. So this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Get rewarded for following your club. There's more features getting added all the time, so lots to get your teeth stuck into. Predicted team lineup, I think they're going to start doing like little competitions with that as well. So if you've not downloaded it yet, please go ahead and do so, and I will try and get some golden tickets for you to jump the queue. But what I've gone with is a unchanged lineup. I am going with Jones in goal for this one, Oluwu, Anderson and Bailey as the back 3, Nixon at right wing back, Molyneux at left wing back, a midfield 3 which I think has been solid for the last couple of games in Ben Close, Zane Westbrook and Tommy Rowe, with Joe Ironside and Mo Farl, who are scoring at the minute, which hopefully that continues for a long time. Ironside with a brace against Sutton, Farl with 1. I think Farl's just getting better and better. So that's my predicted team lineup for this one. Obviously Tommy Rose a question mark, Ben Close came off injured as well, so a little bit unsure with those at the time of recording. There may be news out before this comes out, before the game, so we will see. But that's my predicted team lineup for this one. Onto the predictions league table. So me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. There's a little competition between us. We are a competitive family. If you get the scoreline spot on, you get 3 points. If you get the result right but not the scoreline, you get 1 point. If you get it completely wrong, you get no points. And we all went with Rovers wins against Sutton, but nobody had the confidence in Donny for a 4-1. We all went with kind of 2-1s, 2-0s. I think there's a 3-1 and a 3-0 as well. So there was confidence there, but not quite a 4-1 scoreline. So we all get 1 point, which keeps us dead even. 7 points each. It's going to be tight all the way through in this one. And that leads me on to my score prediction to round this video off. As I said, it's going to be a very tough fixture at Prenton Park under the lights Friday night. Hopefully the preparations have been done and we can start to impact our away form like we have started to do in our home form. I think it's 3 wins on the bounce at the Eco Power. The away form nowhere near as good, so hopefully this is the start of the away form picking up as well, and I think it will be. I am going with an away win. I think it's going to be a tight one, so I am going with Tranmere 1, Donny Rovers 2. Pressure's on Tranmere in this one. It's going to be a tough one. As I say, I think it's going to be very tight. Let me know your score predictions in the comments down below. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up for us please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.